West translation, and it's pretty awesome. Whenever Paul would address most of the churches that he spoke to, he would start by saying, "By sanctifying grace be unto you, and tranquilizing peace." I was like, well, Lord, that sounds beautiful, but what does it mean? And so this message today is called Sanctifying Grace. It's pretty awesome. So sanctifying grace, if you look up the Greek for sanctifying, it's the Greek word agiasmos. It's spelled Agiasmov. It means holiness. And then to sanctify means to make holy. It's a process. It doesn't mean that you just start off holy. It means it makes you holy. And then if you look up the word for Greek, it's the Greek word for grace, and it's charis. And charis means non-meritorious, unearned favor, an unearned gift, favor or blessing bestowed. So one of those words is a work. It's moving you from one place to another, and the other one is unearned. So when Paul's talking about sanctifying grace, he's talking about a grace that's given to you, that you couldn't earn, you couldn't do anything for it. It was given to you. It's a covering. And then he's talking about sanctifying. So now you can have confidence in that grace. That you're not going to accidentally step outside of God. You're going to remain inside of God underneath that grace. And through that process, and you knowing that, you can become sanctified. And this message today is about how that you can become sanctified under that grace. I'm going to be flipping around a lot today between Genesis and Hebrews 11. And I normally use my phone to do this, so I'm just going to use a old-fashioned Bible. And hopefully that turns out well. Amen. Amen. So yeah, God's version. This is the New Living Translation. So we're going to start off in Genesis 12. We're going to go with 1 through 6. The call of Abram. The Lord has said to Abram, "Leave your native country, your relatives, and your father's family, and go to the land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you and make you famous, and you will be a blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who treat you with contempt. All the families on earth will be blessed through you." So Abraham departed as the Lord had instructed, and Lot went with him, and Abram was 75 years old when he left Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and his wealth, his livestock, and all the people he had taken into his household at Haran, and headed for the land of Canaan. When they had arrived in Canaan, Abraham traveled through the land as far as Shechem. There he set camp beside the oak Morim at that land. The area was inhabited by Canaanites. God, he gave Abram a promise at this time. Just like us. He's given us all promises. He's created every single one of us with a divine purpose, a divine plan, and he's given us promises. And in getting to those promises, there's obstacles that we have to cross. It said that he sent him to the land of Canaan. Canaan had Canaanites in it. They were full of giants. And when Abraham got there, undoubtedly he saw these giants there. That's a little bit of an obstacle. You just moved you and a friend and a brother and like your wife and the whole family, basically. And you end up in a foreign land with a whole bunch of giants. That sounds like an obstacle to me. And especially whenever God says that he's going to bless you. Turn to Hebrews 11, 8 through 10. So Hebrews 11, 8 through 10. It was by faith that Abraham obeyed when God called him to leave home and go into another land that God would give him as his inheritance. He went without knowing where he was going. And even when he reached the land God promised him, he lived there by faith, for he was like a foreigner living in tents, and so did Isaac and Jacob, who inherited the same promise as Abraham.
Mic check.
Mic check.
You're working out.